Hello, everyone. Thank you for watching KTK Plus and happy Travel Tuesday. It is that time of the week again, and today we're tackling a question we hear from travelers all the time. Is travel insurance really worth it? With holiday trips underway and expenses rising, more Americans are considering travel protection. We're joined by AAA Texas spokesperson Daniel Armbruster once again to break down what travel insurance actually covers, how it works, and when it makes sense for people to buy it. Let's go ahead and bring him in. Daniel, how are you doing today?
Hey Tristan, happy holidays.
Hey, happy holidays. Great to have you back again. And I just want to go ahead and start us off with this question, which is why should people consider getting that travel insurance?
Well, travel insurance protects your investment. So if you're spending money on flights, hotels, cruises, or just travel packages, unexpected things can happen, of course, injury, illness, weather disruptions, family emergencies. So really, travel insurance is there to offer that peace of mind and financial protection if you have to cancel or if your trip just becomes interrupted once you're already traveling. So for many travelers, it's not just an add-on, it's kind of a safety net or gives that peace of mind knowing that if something happens, I've got protection.
Okay, and then, it is an insurance, so some things aren't covered and some things may be covered. What does travel insurance actually cover if something does happen while people are on their vacation?
Yeah, so it's important to read over your policy because all policies are different, but most policies cover three big areas. There's trip cancellation, trip interruption, and medical protection overseas. So if an emergency prevents you from traveling, insurance can reimburse you non-refundable costs. It also helps with delays. If there's lost luggage or missed connections, it can come in handy there. What it doesn't usually cover are like voluntary changes, like deciding last minute not to go unless you had cancel for any reason option. Some policies come with that. And here's where working with a trusted travel advisor actually really helps because they understand the different policies. It can explain the exclusions and just make sure that you're choosing coverage that actually fits the way you travel and for the particular trip that you're on.
All right, we heard it right there. So cold feet, trying not to get cold feet while you're on your holiday, or you might not be able to, get that insurance for it as well. And is travel insurance something that everyone needs, or just like certain types of travelers or who are taking certain types of vacations?
Yeah, good question. It generally depends on the trip. So if you're planning an international vacation, if you're going on a cruise, or you're just investing a lot of money up front, travel insurance becomes extremely valuable. And so it can protect thousands of dollars if something goes wrong, especially because most US medical plans don't cover you outside of the US. A lot of people aren't aware of that until they find themselves in a situation. So it's just, really a quick low cost weekend trip, not essential, right? But for those major trips or bucket list travel trips, the value is really strong. My family and I, we just booked a trip through AAA Travel to go on a cruise to Alaska, and we definitely got travel insurance on that trip. Now, I'm going on a quick weekend trip to California. I'm not getting travel insurance for that. But for
Mm.
the bigger bucket list trip, to give you an example, that's when you definitely want to make sure that you work with a travel advisor and get trip insurance for.
Oh yeah, I mean, you definitely don't want to risk it, especially the further you go away. And you said Alaskan cruise too. I'm a little jealous now. I don't know why I
We'll
keep doing
talk
these
about
shows
that
with you,
more.
Daniel.
Yeah.
But anyway, and then also speaking of Alaska, I know they have some crazy weather over there, which kind of brings me up to my next question about weather and staffing and like airline delays as well. And with storms and airline staffing challenges, delays and cancellations, they just seem a little more common in today's travel. So, how does travel insurance help in those kind of situations?
Yeah, again, read the policy. But generally speaking, if bad weather or let's say airline issues delay you long enough, insurance may reimburse the hotel stays, the meals, the rebooking costs. It also can cover lost or delayed bags, which is a big advantage for checked luggage, right? So especially on those bigger trips where you're definitely going to have checked luggage. Um, and of course, with record travel volume that we've seen over this last year and what's predicted for next year, disruptions are more likely. So it's just insurance fills that financial gap so that you're not absorbing every cost on your own should something go wrong.
Okay, it's kind of just like that safety net or cushion, pretty much preparing for the possibility of something going wrong. I see.
Exactly.
All right. And now I think the big question on everybody's mind is talking about prices. What does travel insurance actually cost, and how should people shop for it? Where should they look? What kind of travel insurance should they try to opt for?
Yeah, so it's going to be different depending on each policy, but generally coverage runs between 5 and 10% of the total trip cost. So let's say you have a vacation that costs $3,000. Generally speaking, you're probably going to pay somewhere around $150 to $300 for insurance. The smartest approach is just to tailor your policy to your needs. That's where the AAA travel advisors can come in if you work with one of our travel advisors. We help travelers just compare the policies, provide and the providers of the insurance, and then just walk through the fine print. That's so important because you want to make sure that you're only paying for what you need. And so a little professional guidance can really go a long way in choosing that right fit.
Well, there you have it. If you have a lot of questions, you can go ahead and visit a AAA travel advisor to get you that great and correct plan as well. Daniel, thank you so much for joining us on another edition of Travel Tuesday. You brought some great info to us. I honestly didn't know anything about travel insurance or really just insurance in general, but I really feel like you've kind of helped me go about the steps in case I do need to get that travel insurance one day.
You bet. No problem, Tristan.
Of course, happy holidays.
Happy holidays.